Okay, friends, so my last video got cut off, but I'm going to keep trying this one. So I stopped after I was trying to add these two values. So again, it's important that you line up your place values, and then you just start adding like your standard algorithm normally. So I start my smallest place value, which is my hundredths place. 8 hundredths plus 2 hundredths is 10 hundredths, and when I have a group of 10, I know I carry that to the next place value, to the 10th place. 1/10 plus 7/10 plus 9/10. It's going to be 17/10. Again, if it's over 10, I carry it to the next place value. I'll go ahead and drop my decimal down. Now I'm in the ones place. 1 plus 3 is 4, plus 8 is going to be 12. So I take that to the tens place. And then 1 and 2 is 3 tens, plus 7 tens. It's going to be 10 tens, which is actually 100. So my answer is 102 and 70 hundredths, or 102 and 7/10. And now I can check that. I could subtract them, but Miss Marshall, likes to estimate. So I'm going to think of that 23 and 78 hundredths as about 25. The 78 and 92 hundredths as about 80. And I know that 25 plus 80 is about 105. So I look at my answer compared to my estimate. I know I'm probably right because they're definitely close. So that should help you with your add and subtract part. One thing you need to remember are these vocabulary words. So that sum means addition and difference means subtraction. So now I'm going to work on the multiplying and the dividing part that you may have to do today for your work. So if you give me 1 second, I'm going to do a page for that. So say I have, let's do 15 or let's just do 15 and a half pounds of dog food for Jax. And I want him to split that over, let's say, 5 weeks. Okay, and I want to know the amount he's going to eat per week. So I'm going to take my dog food, which is 15 and a half pounds, split it over the 5 weeks, and then my answer will tell me how much I get in 1 week. So when we do this, I know that decimal division sometimes can be daunting, but really use your strategies that you do for whole numbers. It's the same way. So I'm going to use partial quotients. So I'm going to think of this, and I'm going to start with my whole numbers. How many 5s get close to 15? Well, that should be 3. 3 times 5 is 15. So I go ahead and subtract 15 and a half, subtract 15. And if I want, I can go ahead and put this placeholder in there to show that subtraction. 5/10 minus 0/10 is 5/10. 15 minus 15 is nothing. So all I have left is 5/10. I know this seems hard. You're like, well, 5 cannot divide into 5/10. It can. Okay, if I had 5/10 of or something weighed 5/10, and I need to, let's say, 5/10 of a kilogram of candy, and I split it into 5 bags, I can do that. So if you need to, just ignore this decimal. Think of it as 5 divided by 5, which you know is 1. But I know it can't be 1 whole because 1 times 5 is 5 wholes. I don't have 5 wholes. I have 5/10, which tells me this can't be 1. It has to be 1/10. So 1/10 times 5 is 5/10. Okay, I could count my 1/10 5 times. 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, 4/10, 5/10. And then I end up with a remainder of 0. And then all you do is you, again, add your partial quotients. If I have 3 wholes and I have 1/10, that could give me 3 and 1/10. So again, I just divided that. A way to check it is by multiplying. So I'm going to do 3 and 1/10 times 5. 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 3 is 15. Now I need to think about where my decimal point goes. It's over 1. So I move over 1 in my actual answer. And I get, that decimal point's not very good, but I get the original dividend that I started with here so that I know that I'm right. So 15 and 5/10 pounds bag of dog food split between 5 weeks. Jax